Get ready for an unfiltered dose of reality straight from the streets. Introducing the Ask a Cop podcast on YouTube. Join Daryl Triplett, a seasoned 30-year vet, as he dives deep into law enforcement. He's here to break down barriers and answer your burning questions. Curious? Visit askacop.live. Ask a Cop every Thursday at 8 p.m. Subscribe now at askacop.live. It's time to Ask a Cop.
And hello, everybody. Once again, this is your boy, Daryl Triplett, a.k.a. Officer Keep It Real, here with you on the Ask a Cop show. Man, let me tell you, it has been one hell of a week. It has been one hell of a week for everybody. I made an announcement earlier part of this week that our good friend Jeff can no longer join us on the show as he has too many responsibilities. You know, y'all, he's got that newborn baby. And God knows I know how that is. I've got 10 of these little rascals running around. So I totally get it. Wish them nothing but the best. But for you guys that are wondering, baby's doing fine. Jeff's doing fine. Everything's good. He just doesn't have time to attend the shows and drive all the way north every Thursday with his working schedule, baby now, and all that stuff. We all know who that is. But anyway, we have one hell of a show wrapped up for you today. It has been a very busy week in politics. It has been a very busy week at the White House. I'm sure y'all know what's all going on. We talked about this earlier. We're going to talk about it once again. But before we get into this, I'm not going to keep you as long as I usually would because I've got some stuff going on also. I just found out yesterday that my uncle passed away, and I'm very saddened about that. He was a very good man. A lot of years in public service, a lot of years of working for the federal government and stuff like that. He was a very good man, and we hate to see him go. So we're grieving a little bit over here about that. But we have a very good show lined up for you today. We have no special guest with us today because this is going to be sort of a relatively quick show, but we wanted to bring it to you still every Thursday, 8 o'clock, because I know you guys tune in to it, and we don't want to let you down. But first, before we get into our show, as usual, we have to thank our fallen heroes. And this one, I believe we have 4 fallen heroes from November 29th until now of officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice and have given their lives in the line of duty so that we, us citizens, can walk around and still talk shit about the police. And these guys are giving their lives for us and stuff like that. Same with military and stuff like that. We got to be grateful, people. Without the police, without our military forces, stuff like that, where would we be at? It would be chaos. So let's give them the damn respect that they deserve. And they're going to always get that on the Ask a Cop show here. We're going to give them 1 minute of silence and bereavement for their sacrifice as heroes. We will always dedicate a portion of this show to ladies and gentlemen who has fallen in the line of duty. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We have a very good show for you today. The show is called The Truth About Lying. Now, I know a lot of people, they've been commenting on my TikTok and stuff like that, and they've been going in on me about this thing with Joe Biden pardoning his son and stuff like that. I want to say very loud and clear before we get into our next clip, my perspective on this has always been and will always be is do what's right when nobody's watching and you don't have to worry about it. Tell the truth, be upfront, and you don't have to worry about it. That's to my Democrat friends. That's to my Republican friends. Then you don't have to worry about either way what someone is saying. All right. So the next clip we're going to get into, it's a little clip that sort of burns me. It's about Whoopi Goldberg. And Whoopi Goldberg is going in, and we're going to get into this thing here. And everybody knows that, Hunter Biden got convicted, felony convictions, up to 25 years in prison, what you got convicted of for tax evasion, gun charges, all types of crazy stuff. And for months, 6 months straight, his daddy, Joe Biden, said, listen, we're going to let the legal system play out because this is the United States of America. We're going to let the legal system play out. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. I won't interfere. You got my word. I will not interfere. I believe in the justice system. I believe in our American way and our American system. Well, do you? As long as it doesn't affect you and your son, because he certainly put that car in reverse and backed the hell up. And he did everything that he said he wasn't going to do. And he pardoned his damn son. Democrats went on him. Republicans went in on him. I went in on him because one thing, I understand that everybody lies to a certain point. And I understand that sometimes it's a necessity to lie. Okay. And we're going to get into this in our curriculum here. See, I got a whole curriculum on this thing here that we're going to get into. Sometimes it's a necessity to lie, to do your duty. But on something like this, it's no excuse for lying. You're already the president of the United States. They can't do anything to you. Just tell the truth. I would have rather you said for 6 months, I'm undetermined, before you just set up and lie and say, hey, I'm not gonna pardon my son. I'd rather you just not say nothing. You know what? Hey, y'all, I haven't made a determination on that yet, but I'll get back with you on it. And then on the day when you're ready to walk out the office a couple of weeks before or whatever, then I would say, you know what? Yep, thought about it. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm gonna pardon my son. Absolutely. He's not gonna spend 25 years in prison over what I think is politically motivated substance. That's just what the man thinks. So, and no one can blame him. I don't know of, I don't think that anybody is above the law. I think that the law should be equally pragmatic on both sides, Republican, Democrats. I think the law should be applied equally to both sides. What we do to one, we should do to the other. Now, as African Americans, we know that that is not always the case. And some white folks and other nationalities also know that's not the case always, because the rich and powerful has one set of rules and regulations. And then the middle class and the poor has another set of regulations that they have to go by. Is that fair? Hell no, it's not fair. Okay. So what you just seen with Joe Biden doing that was a case of rich and powerful. And oh no, it's all good. Yeah, we could spill that spiel. We could sing that song as long as it don't got to do with my blood, my son. I said this for a lot of years. Everybody's always so quick to judge and blame when it don't have nothing to do with you. Okay? When you're always so quick to say, oh, you police officers always fucking with everybody until a drunk driver hits and kills your family member or hits you head on, and it hits, it kills someone and affects your life. And then it's, oh, where the fuck is the police? You motherfuckers never do nothing. So yeah, we're very selfish here in the United States of America. Very selfish. Very, very selfish. And as you can see, this, I believe, is one of the reasons why. Everybody has asked me, well, Trump has done it. Trump has lied. Also, well, first off, I'm not excusing anyone's lie. As a Republican, as a Democrat, as an independent, I'm not excusing anyone's lie. I can tell you now, I'm not a Democrat for specific reasons just like this. I cannot stand to be lied to. Now, I get it. Everybody lies and everybody comes up with their reasoning of why they think it's justifiable to lie. And in Biden's case, he thought it was justifiable to change his mind because he thought it was politically motivated. Well, you thought it was politically motivated all along. All right, you thought it was politically motivated all along. So just be honest. I'd rather you not say nothing and then come out and say, you know what? Hey, it's my son. I think it was politically motivated. In my heart, I can't do it. I have to pardon him. But be equally pragmatic when you're issuing out these pardons also. Because I ain't heard of anybody else saying it may have been some other people that he has pardoned. I just haven't heard about it. So I'm just saying, be fair about it. Okay? And by the way, Trump has pardoned plenty of African Americans. He's pardoned plenty of rappers, stuff like that. He's went to bat for us, would be out overseas and get involved in mess and stuff like that. So I don't want to hear that crap neither. All right. So the next clip we're going to get into is going to be about Whoopi Goldberg, and we're going to get into this thing here. Let's go to the next clip.
The View host Whoopi Goldberg has unleashed on her co-host Alyssa Farah Griffin over Joe Biden's pardoning of his son Hunter. Goldberg and Griffin got into a heated exchange after Griffin claimed Joe Biden lied in the past when he repeatedly said he would never pardon his son Hunter.
Because I respect it as a parent. I understand why he would do it, but I wonder to understand why lie about it for so long.
I'd stop calling it a lie.
Okay, why repeatedly say?
Okay, but see, Whoopi, why would you stop calling it a lie? Okay. See, why would you stop calling it a lie? This is what I don't understand. Just call it what it is. That's the problem that I have with Democrats. Don't say on one segment it's a lie, and then on the next segment, don't say, well, I wouldn't call this a lie. No, it's a damn lie. Just call it what it is. It ain't going to hurt that man. It ain't going to be the death of nobody. He just lied to us. He lied to us, and he said, so what? I don't give a damn. I'm out of here. Peace. January, I am done. Ain't shit y'all can do to me. F y'all. Every last one of you Americans, all the stuff I talk, F all of you guys. I'm pardoning my son, taking my son with me. Kiss my ass. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Period, point blank.
Repeatedly say you're not going to, and you do. And secondarily, for the part of this country, half of it that doesn't support Biden, doesn't know him personally, doesn't get to have phone calls, and they're just looking at a system that seems like it only benefits the people who are in power.
I'm going to say,
what precedent does that set?
Well, here's what it says. It's a precedent for all of us to open our eyes because we've elected someone who is in a similar situation, who didn't have a drug problem, who knew what he was doing, who clearly stood and said, I can do this. And he did it.
Okay, here we go again, skirting the idea. She asked a specific question. What did Whitney do? Whoopi. She used the bait and trick switch on you. Did you see that? Just that quick. She asked her a specific question. Whitney diverted right back to Trump. Because we elected a person who's a liar and this and that. That has nothing to do with the question. That was just asked to you. Quit treating us like we're stupid. Just because you're a celebrity, I've said this before, just because you're a celebrity or my favorite singer or my favorite TV personality or my favorite politician, that does not mean I'm going to swallow what you're selling hook, line, and sinker.
So I think for many, many reasons. This is very different than any other situation that we have ever dealt with.
The internet reacted to the bust up, with this commentator saying, Whoopi Goldberg says people need to stop calling Biden a liar for flip-flopping on pardoning Hunter Biden. Biden said he wouldn't pardon his son. He did. This is by definition a lie. And this commentator agreed, saying just in, Whoopi Goldberg says what Hunter Biden did is okay because he was addicted to drugs, unlike Trump, who is not a drug addict. Remarkable.
So when did that become a pass for dealing with criminals, right? I could probably understand the political motivation, but because you're on drugs, then you still have to deal with your situation, okay? So if you lied on your application and said you weren't using drugs, and they found out you was using drugs, and then now they're going to prosecute you for using drugs while you lied on your application, which is a federal offense. Very rarely, I don't think people go to jail for it, but in this case, maybe it was politically motivated. I don't know. But again, quit using a bait and trick switch on us, Whoopi. You're not the beginning and the end, the alpha and omega. You're not. That's your opinion. I respect it full force. I respect your opinion, but you got to respect our opinion too. And it's a damn lie.
Goldberg said people need to stop accusing Biden of lying when he said he would not be pardoning his son. And it seems like Whoopi Goldberg is one of the last mainstream media hosts who are still supporting Joe Biden, with even leftist outlet MSNBC slamming the president.
Walsh, welcome, Congressman Walsh. What do you make of all of this? What is likely to be the response on Capitol Hill to this breaking news?
Good to be with you. See, I told you so. They're all like that. So the next time any of us complain about anything Trump does, this pardon is just deflating. For those of us who have been out there for a few years now yelling about what a unique threat Donald Trump is, for Joe Biden to do something like this, Trump, nobody's above the law, we've been screaming. Well, Joe Biden just made clear his son Hunter is above the law. Donald Trump lies every time he opens his mouth, we've been screaming.
And it didn't stop there. CNN also blasted the president's backflip.
Donald Trump decided that it was okay to pardon
Joe Biden, Karine Jean-Pierre. How many minutes of tape do we have of both of these people telling the American people this will not happen? It's I mean, we could play it all.
And his press secretary looks crazy too. I know his press secretary like, God, I'm ready to get the hell out of here. This is fucking crazy.
It's a lie, and it's a lie to benefit his own family, and that's all that it is. And everybody who went on TV and said, oh, look how he's the modern George Washington, he's drained every ounce of credibility from every surrogate. If Karine Jean-Pierre had an ounce of self-respect, she'd get off the plane in Africa today, where they're going, so he can avoid the press and resign. He's drained all of her credibility, and everybody else who's defended this, it's draining.
Both sides of the media are having a field day exposing Joe Biden's lie.
Let's go to the US now, where, of course, Joe Biden is in the dying days of his presidency. He's got less than 2 months to go in the job, so he's tying up a few odds and ends. And this question keeps coming up about his son, Hunter, the crackhead Hunter Biden. But, he was convicted earlier in the year, of course, back in June. He was done for buying guns while he was a drug addict. He had declared on the papers that he was not a drug addict at the time, so there were 3 felonies. Then in September, he pleaded guilty to not paying at least $1.4 million in taxes.
Okay, and you got your tax charges. $1.4 million in taxes that they're saying he hadn't paid. I wonder, is that politically motivated too? When you don't pay your taxes? Is that politically motivated too? Did someone politically make him not pay $1.4 million in taxes? Is that politically motivated too, Whoopi? I'd love to hear your answer on that.
Many times Joe has been asked, are you going to pardon your son? Are you going to pardon your son? Look, he's considering it. There's no doubt about that. But at least we know that Joe Biden thinks that no one, not even his son, is above the law.
I'm calling for a constitutional amendment called No One is Above the Law Amendment. Each of us is equal before the law. No one is above the law. The American principle that no one is above the law was reaffirmed. The justice system should be respected, and we should never allow anyone to tear it down. Those responsible can be held accountable. In my administration, no one is above the law.
And don't fear, he has been personally asked this question multiple times. Will you pardon your own son? No way.
Your son Hunter is on trial, and I know that you cannot speak about an ongoing federal prosecution. But let me ask you, will you accept the jury's outcome, their verdict, no matter what it is?
Yes.
And have you ruled out a pardon for your son?
Yes. With regard to the question regarding the family, I'm extremely proud of my son Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
And of course, his press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, has also been asked multiple times, and she has always said there is no way this will happen.
When would the president pardon or commute his son if he's convicted?
So I've answered this question before. It was asked of me not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I was very clear, and I said no.
I know you said not a lot's changed since yesterday and that it's a personal matter, but from a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he will not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Well, he pardoned his son. I don't know what to tell you. He pardoned his son. And I know that the director of communications, what do they call him? Press secretary. I know she's just over it because it put all types of mud on her. And like I said, folks, just because someone's in a suit and tie and they look at you and they're smiling and they look like a good guy, that doesn't make them a good guy. That doesn't make them a liar and stabbing that knife right in your back, as you can see. Now, I want to be perfectly clear. Would I have done that with my son if that was my son's head on a chopping block? Depends on what son it was. No, I'm just teasing. I would have done the same thing. The only difference is I would have been honest about it. Period, point blank. I would have been honest about it. And that's just that. And you still got the same outcome. I just don't understand why you had to lie about it. You did 6 months of parading around that I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this, and then turn around at the last minute and then you do it. That's considered a lie. All right? And that's what we're going to get into today. The truth about lying. Right after this station identification, because we have to thank our sponsors for supporting our show. We have to thank Tallman Pools, who's been a big supporter of the show. We thank you, Ed Tallman. Oh man, I had my doggone pen, my Trump pen I was going to bring out here and play with too. Maybe I'll go get that on the station identification here. But real quick, we got to pay some bills, folks, here. And we're going to be right back. Do not turn the station. Do not click off the station. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to be right back.
With over 50 years of experience and a perfected 100% American-made manufacturing process, Tallman Pools sets the standard for excellence in fiberglass pools, spas, and tanning ledges. That's right, our pools aren't just pools, they're works of art. Meticulously crafted to bring beauty, relaxation, and endless enjoyment to your backyard. And when it comes to quality, Tallman Pools doesn't cut corners. Ready to take the plunge? Contact Tallman Pools today at 770-478-2782 2257 or shoot us an email at contactus@tallmanpools.com. Visit us at 8993 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. Tallman Pools, where luxury meets craftsmanship. With over 50 years of experience and a perfected 100% American-made manufacturing process, Tallman Pools sets the standard for excellence in fiberglass pools, spas, and tanning ledges. That's right, our pools aren't just pools, they're works of art, meticulously crafted to bring beauty, relaxation, and endless enjoyment to your backyard. And when it comes to quality, Tallman Pools doesn't cut corners. Ready to take the plunge? Contact Tallman Pools today at 770-478-2257 or shoot us an email at contactus@tallmanpools.com. Visit us at 8993 Tara Boulevard, Jonesboro, Georgia 30236. Tallman Pools, where luxury meets craftsmanship.
Okay. All right, good people. We're back. And as you can see here, I've got my handy dandy Donald Trump pen I'm going to be writing with during this session. And the collusion delusion is over. Now we know Joe Biden's a liar, huh? What? I can't hear you over my Trump speaking pen. America will never be a socialist country. Hope not. Okay, we're back from our commercial break. I want to thank our sponsors over at Tallman Pools. I love this little pen. It's so fun right here. I'll be playing with it all the time. All right, so the next on our agenda, I want to get into the truth about lying. Now, this is very, very, very important that we go through this in politics and stuff like that. So the truth about lying. Exploring the ethics, the legalities, and the future of deception. Introduction. Definition of lying: intentional distortion of facts. You're taking the facts that you know that are facts and you're intentionally distorting them. That's the definition of a lie. The context is personal relationships, politics, businesses, and the media. That all could be affected in doing this. The objective of this is to examine the advantages and the disadvantages, legal boundaries, public views, and future implications of lying. See, y'all keep saying this ain't no big deal. He's the president of the United States. He has the nuclear launch codes to wage us into war. This is why this is so important. You got to have credibility. The pros of lying. The preservations of relationships. White lies to avoid hurting feelings. When my wife comes in and she says, "Do I look thinner today, honey?" And I go, "Yep." Knowing in my mind I don't know. That's a little white lie. You're doing that to save someone's feelings. When she tells me, "Honey, it looks like you slimmed down about 5 or 6 pounds." Knowing my fat ass ain't done slim down none. She's telling a little white lie. She's saving my feelings. Okay? Sometimes we have to do that. Strategic advantages in business or negotiations. Deception can offer an edge. Okay? Crisis management. Lies may diffuse immediate danger, e.g., hostage situations. Now, people ask all the time, can police officers lie to you? Hell yes, they can. Hell yes, they can. If it's to get to a peaceful resolution, they can and will lie to you. Officer, I know I just whooped my girlfriend's ass. Am I going to jail? Nah, buddy, we ain't going to lock you up this time. Just come on down here. Just let me talk to you. Let me detain you a minute, and we'll talk about it, and we're just going to do a report, stuff like that. All right? So he puts the gun down or puts the knife down. He comes over there and you put him in handcuffs and you lock him up. Is that a lie? Yes, it is a lie. You tell a hostage negotiator, a hostage taker, he says, I want $1 million in cash. I want a car to get away with. I want a jet at Atlanta at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport filled to the brim, ready to rock and roll, and no police in sight. And what do we say? See, got it. Okay? Sometimes you have to lie to gain the advantage edge while you get your team in place. The cons of lying is loss of truth. Once discovered, your credibility is damaged. It's over with. Joe Biden's credibility is over with. It's over with. I'll never believe another word that comes out of that man's mouth in his life. Of course, I'll probably never see him again or hear from him again. He's going to retire on a beach in Florida somewhere and fish and golf the rest of his months. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably never hear from him anyway. The general public, GQ public, they don't give a damn about me. I'll never hear from this guy anyway. So yeah, it destroys your credibility and it damages your reputation. Also, something else I want to point out too. No one knows the day or the time that you're going to check out of this earth. I'm going to go on record to say I don't think Joe got another 25 in him. So the pressure of, do I not see my son for this little bit of more time that I got left on earth, behind bars, behind plexiglass, in a federal prison for the remaining of my days, that I'll never see my son again, he'll never see me, or do I pardon this motherfucker? You got to think about it that way too, in all interest and all fairness. That's why I say I don't think that most Americans blame Joe for pardoning his son. We blame him for lying about it. It destroys your credibility. It destroys everything that you say, and it erodes the system. And again, it makes us look like a bunch of jackasses. Legal consequences: fraud, perjury, obstruction of justice. You want to talk about obstructing justice? Is that obstruction of justice? He's the president of the United States. I guess he could do it, right? The emotional toll, the guilt and anxiety can raise from maintaining lies. Boy, that's a lot of guilt you got to carry with you. It's a lot of anxiety. That's why Joe can't walk on sand. He can't walk and talk straight, look right. He look left, he fall to the right. It's just all types of stuff. All right? It's going to have a toll on you, people. It's going to have a toll on you. Is lying against the law? Now, I want to talk about this one real quick. Yes, lying is against the law. Perjury, when you take an oath of office, at any time, whether you're a military man, whether you're a police officer, firefighter, judge, attorney, who else takes an oath of office? Notaries, anybody who raise their hand and swear to an oath, that's perjury. That's the reason why when us as officers, we go down to swear out warrants on people and stuff like that, they say, raise your hand. Do you solemnly swear that what you're about to tell the court is the truth and nothing but truth, so help you God? Yes. That way, when they find out that the officer's lying, bam, you got him on a perjury charge. Deceptive practices for personal gain. If that don't got Joe Biden written all over it, I don't know what does. He deceived us with his practices of saying, I will not pardon my son. I believe in the American system. Blah, 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 for 6 months straight. For personal gain. Because he didn't want to see his son in prison for 25 years and never see his son again. He doesn't got that much time left. You shouldn't have lied about it. False statement to law enforcement officers. It's another one that'll get you in trouble. I pull up on the scene one day. This girl one of her eyes is swollen up the size of a baseball. So what happened? She goes, oh, first thing she said was, where the fuck you been? Me and my sister just got into a fight. You ain't no damn help to me now. Hell, we done fighting now. I said, okay, well, calm down, Mel. Tell me what happened. What happened? We was in the backseat of the car, and me and my sister got to fighting, and she hit me twice in the eye and swore my eye up like this. Fuck this bitch. I said, okay, all right, that's what happened? Yep. Okay, all right, ma'am, you tell me what happened. Yeah, we were fighting, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine. All right, turn around, put your hands behind your back. Hold up, the other woman said. Hold up. She didn't hit me in the eye. I was just playing. I was just lying. Really? And I told her, I said, that is a crime. But the problem is I truly believe you. So she could go to jail for domestic violence, and you could go to jail for lying to the police. You see how you just got yourself twisted up? So yes, false statement to law enforcement officers, because we're going to react on what you say, what you spread out your mouth. All right? You walk in a house, somebody shot and killed their wife. I shot and killed that fucking bitch because she's fucking the next door neighbor. Spontaneous utterance is what that's called. We didn't ask you for anything. You said that right on cue. Spontaneous utterance. The gray areas, politicians promise, advertising, political promises, advertising exaggerations and stuff like that. All right, we're going to lower taxes for you. Knowing good and damn well, it's, damn lower taxes. All right, we're going to give everybody such for buy a new house, this, that, the other. I don't believe that crap neither. How Americans view lying. The public polls most disapprove of lying in personal relationships. Honey, you look great today, knowing she's had better days. Or she's saying, husband, you look great today, knowing damn well you done have better days. All right. Increasing skepticism of politicians and media. Cultural impact. I'm going to tell you this here. Movies, TVs often glorify or vilify liars. Social media fostering quick spread of falsehoods. Now, how fast is that? Listen, we try to post something to go viral. We post something positive, it never goes viral. You post something negative, bam, it goes viral. I say something that you all don't like out there, and y'all get to commenting. Oh, you ain't funny. Oh, this ain't this. Oh, this ain't that. You Uncle Tom. Fuck you. All this other stuff. Yeah, you'll respond to negative stuff. But when I post something positive, yeah, respond to that. The role of technology, social media, that amplifies everything. So now when it used to take us weeks because you got to watch the 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock news, 8 o'clock news, 11 o'clock news, stuff like that, and catch it on the news. Now everything's in the palm of your hand instantly. So it amplifies things immediately. So there is no waiting. There is no catching the news. You can catch it on the run. You can catch it while you're driving. You can catch it while you're having sex. That's just the way the new world is. Fake news, boy, don't we know about this one? Fake news spread faster than facts. Deep fakes and AI. Technology enables more convincing lies. With the new technology they have out now, with AI being able to take my head, put it somewhere else, move my lips like I'm saying it, all that other good stuff. It's you got to be careful what the hell you're looking at and you're listening for. What's in store for our future? Hell, I don't know. I'm scared. Heightened scrutiny, public demand for transparency. That's what this call from Biden that just happened. It's over, Biden. Technological solutions, fact-checking tools, AI detection, and falsehoods. We just talked about that. Again, be careful with the technology, AI. Fact-check your stuff. I had someone send me something on TikTok the other day that said that Trump hired his cousins, this and that, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that. I haven't had a chance to fact-check this yet, but this news reporter was saying it. Do I swallow it like trout, like that's the gospel, the truth? No. Hell no. Because I haven't fact-checked it for myself. From now on, we need to start fact-checking everything ourselves before we just go believing shit. How many times have we been screwed over? The delusion is over. It's over. America will never be a socialist country. And one more for the road. China has total respect for Donald Trump's very, very large brain. You heard our vets. You stole from us. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired, Joe. You're fired. Get out of here. All right. So, how to help me? Who? Technological. I said it once before. Technological solutions, fact-checking tools, AI detection, and falsehoods. Be careful of that. Culture shifts. Gender emphasizes on accountability and ethics. All right. Ethical questions. When, if ever, is lying acceptable? Now, we talked about this a little bit. In emergency situations, all right, okay, lying could be acceptable. To end a violent hostage situation, all right, it could be acceptable. To make a peaceful arrest, all right, or to stop someone from committing a crime, talking to crazy people and stuff like that out there. You don't see that the sky is turning purple and the reindeers are falling and red blood. You don't see that, officer? Yeah, I do see that, buddy. Yeah, I do see that. Come on. Get in the car real quick so I can get you somewhere safe. All right? So we all have to lie sometime. Should the intent behind the lie matter? Yes, absolutely it should matter. Absolutely. If I'm doing it to save a life, absolutely, I should be able to lie to you. If I'm doing it to end a violent situation, I have to lie to you. Yes, it does matter. How do social norms shape our views in deception? Well, it's really simple. We just go with anything right now. Whatever the internet says is popping, it's popping. We go with anything right now. All right, we just go with anything. I don't know why. I've never been the type to just go along just to get along. I've been that way since I was a little boy. You have to explain to me why I'm doing something. I'm not just doing it just because Bobby, Johnny, and Mike is doing it. I'll look at it, I'll consider it, but I'm going to make up my own mind. And this is why I could tell you undoubtedly when they first mentioned Kamala Harris, I said she wasn't it, right on the news, national news. I said she wasn't it. And again, like I said, for 100 times, y'all went in on me. I don't care. I'm going to form my own opinion. All right. I didn't say that she was pulling bank robberies and shit. I just said she's not it for president. Actually, she did pull a robbery. She robbed y'all about $1 billion damn. She didn't get a red dime of my money. Not a red dime of my money. All right. And she's still 20 million in the hole. I don't even want to talk about that. Y'all got to wake up out there. You got to wake up out there. Damn. Okay, lying is a complex issue with moral, legal, and social dimensions. Yes, it is. Understanding it has consequences that can be guided to better decision-making. The future will hinge on how individuals and institutions handle the truth and trust. That is the truth. When you are an elected official and you are addressing the American public, and we are entrusting you to tell us the truth, policing and politics do not go hand in hand. It's not the same. All right? Elected, police officers are not elected. They're hired. They're employees. Elected officials are elected and trusted by the people. And you have to tell the people who's the boss the truth. If you don't, we fire you. And how we fire you is we don't elect you back in the office. This whole thing in Fulton County here with this YSL gang and this whole Trump thing, it's ridiculous. We spend millions and millions of dollars on prosecuting these cases for the last year or two. They've been investigated for 2 or 3 years. Then they get to court and the judge is like, y'all just making this up as y'all go along in this YSL case. And these are the people who you keep elected in office. Why is Fannie Willis re-elected? Because you, the people of Fulton County, keep this foolishness up. The truth is the truth. Oh, yeah, girl, she slaying. Yeah, she a boss bitch. Yeah, she telling me she ain't doing shit. That's why your damn rents is so high. That's why your damn property tax is so high. And that's why fucking crime is out of control in Fulton County. Because we keep falling for the dumb shit. Instead of holding these elected officials' feet to the fire. You had 3 years to bring these boys to justice, and you miserably failed. Exonerated most of them on all the charges. Who pays back this taxpayer money? Y'all do in Fulton County, because I don't live in no damn Fulton County. Y'all done got me fired up. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Y'all done got me fired up. We got to go to end with something a little bit serious that we ran across. It was the president, Biden. He was at a conference out of the country, a very serious conference out of the country. And this is what happened. Watch.
Pop up this live image right here.
Jill, I think I'm going to bed now.
We've seen the trip from President Biden. He is there meeting with some of the officials in that location. He spoke maybe about 30 minutes.
And it is through such partnerships and innovations that Africa's Agenda 2063 will be realized.
Looks like there might be audio, so let's pop it up and see if we can hear anything.
This is brought to you by NoDoz, now available at your local Walmart for those presidents who just can't stay awake.
So again, this is how much your president cares about you. This is how much your president cares about you. He goes to sleep in Angola. He goes to sleep in the middle of a national meeting. You can't make this shit up, people. The man's ready to go. He's been ready to go. Let this man go on. All right. I want to tell you guys this again here. I'm going to always bring it to you raw. I'm going to always bring it to you straight. That's what we do on the Ask a Cop show. That's why you guys tune in. That's why I love you guys. We can agree to disagree on a lot of things. We can agree to disagree on a lot of things. I will always respect your opinion. And I hope that you will always respect my opinion. You can always contact me at info@askacop.live, info@askacop.live. Until next Thursday at 8 o'clock, I will see you then. I want you all to be kind, to love each other, and be safe out here on these streets. Until next Thursday at 8 o'clock, we'll see you then. Peace out. Thank you.
What you gonna do?
Hey, show's not over with yet. No, really, for real. Thursday, 8 o'clock.